Hello, this is Dr. Robert Bouvier. This is my sister, and the reason we're doing this is because this is a special video for my father. So we have some goals set up that we've spoken to the physical therapists at the hospital, the neurologists, the physical medicine people, and they set up these goals for you. So here they are.
Okay. Well, the primary goal for Bob Bouvier, our dad, is obviously to do the activities of daily living. Being able to walk, stand, get up by himself, whether from the floor or from a chair, shower, cook, feed himself, clean out the garage, putter around the house, all those things that he has done for the last several years. Second thing is to be able to drive. Now, to do that, there's some things that he needs to do. He needs to keep his sleep apnea under control, needs to eat right, concentration on protein, all of those things that he knows but isn't necessarily following. He needs to exercise. Rob's going to go into more detail about the types of exercise. He needs to see his neurologist and other doctors who are helping him get back to some percentage of where he was, and then to make sure his meds are right and eventually do some cardiac rehab. Is that a good
Correct.
overall?
So
Okay.
part of the exercise has been pretty well outlined by the physical therapists and the physical medicine people at Genesis, but also where you are now is a very good rehab place, and they're going to set the stage for you to carry on your exercise path here. And your exercise path is really 3 months to 3 years, because depending on how much effort you put into it, could be as little as three months to get back to 50% of where you were 5 years ago. I mean, that's huge. I mean, you're only doing 10% now, and it's not enough to even maintain so safely. So we want to get you to safe. So the exercise will be the physical therapist where you are now, and the occupational therapist will put together, find out what your baseline is, where you're starting, and then we'll start an outpatient process depending on how well you do there at the facility, in the rehab facility you are now. So what we got to do, Pop, is get the diet right. That means nothing processed, nothing preserved, stay away from refined sugar. That means healthy food. Mom can obviously help you with that. We can help you with that. And also the exercise part is literally 2 to 3 hours a day working in the pools, stretching, a little bit of weight training. And you know, we start with literally 2 minutes of cardiovascular, and that's where the people over at the rehab will start the process. We'll utilize the outpatient physical therapy people. Maybe they have a outpatient physical therapy set up where you are now, but we'll get that all set up and use all the modalities that we have, including Genesis, including advanced physical therapy, and maybe even where you are now, to continue that process.
And I get the impression that Dad thinks that it's a 2 or 3 or 3 or 4 or 2 week thing that he can do, and then he'll be better. That's not the case, as Rob outlined. It's going to be months and months.
And then it's a lifelong process. I mean, Denise puts in 5 to 6 days a week exercise. I put in 5-6 days a week exercise, anywhere between 20 minutes to an hour and a half, depending on if I'm swimming or not. This is just things you have to do for the rest of your life. I started doing that at 50. So we know the challenges. We know your feet are the big problem, and our goal is to get that at least 50 to 75% of that pain of your legs away. So again, Dad, the goals are set. You can review this. We're here on your behalf. We want you to thrive and be with us for many, many years to come. We love you.
Love you.